calling this the usual tune-up. Just gonna focus on all the areas of the body that get tight and carry tension and stress. We're gonna use a strap today, so if you have a yoga strap, please put it together. We'll use it in a bit, so you can put it next to you. And we're gonna start laying down on our backs. So just take a few moments to settle in to your space. Settle down and start to breathe just a little bit deeper than you normally do. So when you come to stillness on your mat, just take a moment to notice the chatter in your brain, what thoughts you have kind of running around at the surface that are keeping you focused on them. And then just try to let the thoughts quiet down a bit. So we were talking at the beginning of the practice with a teacher saying she's wondering if she's doing enough or doing it right, and it's just incredible how so many of us question what we do and if it's good enough and if we're good enough. If we could all just realize that everything we do is perfect, it is good enough, and that our value is so much higher than we give ourselves credit for. So just try to remember to remind yourself of those things, that what you are doing is important, what you are doing is making a difference, what you are doing is good enough, and that you are so worth more than you could imagine to the people that are in your life, to the people whose lives you affect every day. It's so easy to get caught up in the stressful doubt pattern. So just turn that around. And even if you have to say to yourself, I'm awesome. What I'm doing is fantastic. It's great. Just tell the different story. Create those thoughts in your mind. And those thoughts will have a positive impact not only on yourself, but on those around you. So as we move through our practice today, you're going to move your body in ways that feel good and maybe not feel so great. You might feel a little tight or not as strong as you thought you might be, but that's okay. As you move through your practice today, just think about how strong you are, how capable you are, how healthy you are. And feel gratitude that you're able to come to your mat and practice. So let's gently hug the knees into the chest, stretch out the low back a little bit. We'll rock left to right. Make circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. And then we'll just take the feet up towards the ceiling. You can just hold on to the backs of the legs. We'll point and flex the feet. Make some circles in one direction and then the other. So just getting some movement into the ankles. You'll feel this up the calves and even in the backs of the legs. And then just letting the legs be soft in the air. Take your arms behind you and just feel what you feel in the shoulders, the upper back, the space between your shoulder blades. You can move the fingers around, you can move the wrists. And then here, just take a full breath in. Feel the expansion of the lungs and the rib cage in the front of the body, the sides and the back. And then on your next exhale, we'll hug the knees into the chest. We'll just take 3 like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. Inhale, reach the arms up and back. Really move the shoulders. Let your shoulder blades slide down the back. Exhale, hug the knees in. Let your thighs smush into your belly. One more time. Inhale and exhale. So here we're going to take both feet down to the floor. We're going to reach for the strap. This part of the practice I feel like is a tune-up for your back, for your low back. We're going to open up all the muscles and areas around the low back. So the hamstring, the hips, the IT band. And we're just going to pause and breathe in each pose. The left leg is going to go straight. Right foot is in the strap. Arms are going to relax. Relax through the head and neck. So maybe you turn your head left to right. Just see what's happening in the neck. And then just pause here. So if your leg isn't straight, no worries. You want to feel that you're at your deepest expression of the pose though. So if your leg is super bent and you feel nothing, or if your leg is super straight and you're holding your breath because it hurts so bad, find the deepest expression of the pose where you feel like you're doing something but you're able to breathe with ease. So the back of the leg might feel super tight, but you're still able to keep that smooth, easy breath. Maybe after a few breaths, you go a little deeper. So maybe you tighten the strap a little bit. But still be able to breathe. So even though you're going deeper into the pose, you're not cutting off the breath. We're not creating any stress anywhere in the shoulders or neck. Let the eyes just be closed. And let your mind start to quiet down even more. Take a full deep breath in. And a full deep breath out. We're going to take the leg over to the right. So soft bend in the right knee. Your leg is going to reach over to the right. Now you can decide, do you want your leg to be coming more back towards the space behind your head? Or do you want your leg to be going straighter? So it depends on if you want the leg to go straighter or if you want it to be more open. Just see what feels okay for you. You want to start to open up the inside of the thigh, the outer hip. And then again, the breath is flowing with ease, but you're putting your body into a challenging pose. It's not super easy. It's not too hard. Just find where you're doing some work. It's taking a little bit of effort, but then you can close the eyes, let the body relax, and let the breath flow with ease. Try to relax through the shoulders, through the neck. Breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to soften the knee, bring the leg back to center, and just let the leg drop over to the left. So you're starting to reach your heel away from your hip. Try to keep the right shoulder down. You can let the hip lift a little bit, but try to keep it energetically reaching down so that you can still get really open in the IT band. Real important stretch for the low back and the outer hip. Try to relax the face, the neck, and the shoulders as you focus on what you're feeling in the outside of the leg, what you're feeling in the low back, in the outer hip. See if your breath is able to flow with ease. Reach a little bit further with the leg. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring that leg back to center. Take the foot out of the strap. Just hug the knees into the right knee into the chest. Left knee is going to bend. The left foot is on the floor. Your right ankle is crossing over the right leg, and you're just gently going to take your right hand on your right knee, the inside of the knee, and you're just drawing it away. You might feel a stretch in your low back here. Just take a moment to relax your right hip flexor and the outside of the right hip. And then we'll reach for the back of the left thigh, drawing the left knee in towards your left shoulder. So it's a little tilt of the legs over to the left. Try to relax the shoulders. So this is getting deep into the hip on the right, around the low back, around the sciatic nerve, and through the seat. So try to relax the face here and the neck and shoulders, and then just breathe. So again, you don't want to feel like you're doing nothing and you're just kind of hanging out and you feel nothing. But you want to draw the knee in enough so you do start to feel a gentle stretch here. This is helping to release the tightness and tension that we carry in the low back. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's let the left foot come down. The right foot is going to come down. Both feet are on the floor with the knees bent. Feet are mat width apart. And then you're gently just going to windshield wiper the legs left to right. So maybe they don't go over all the way, just a little bit left to right. Maybe you notice you can go slowly to get a little bit deeper, that your low back will come up off the floor. Just try to keep the upper back and the shoulders down so that you can get a nice stretch through the mid-back. Able to breathe. And then we'll bring the legs back to center. And we'll put the left foot in the strap. Right foot is going to go straight. Adjust the back of the strap if it's slid down your back a little bit. And then again, as we come into this pose, check in. Close the eyes. Relax the muscles in the face, neck and shoulders. And then you're just lengthening through the back of the leg while we're grounding down through the low back. Any thoughts that are kind of running around in the mind, just let them rest, let them go. Try to just focus on what you're feeling right now. And tell yourself what you need to hear. We have so much more control over our thoughts and our feelings than we think. When negative, stressful thoughts come up in our mind, like, should I just quit my job? What am I doing? You can just turn it around so easily by just changing your thoughts. My job is so valuable. Those parents need me. Or what I'm doing is worth it. Just tell yourself what you need to hear, and then process those feelings that those thoughts create by just breathing in and out, nice and slow, and with awareness. One more full breath in. As you exhale, we're going to bend the left knee, reach the left foot over to the left, and then just push your foot into the strap. Try to keep the right hip down. You're opening up the left inner thigh and the outer thigh. Maybe you need to draw your belly in and down a little bit to keep your low back feeling strong. Really nice deep breaths here. Maybe turning the head left to right to relax the neck. Take one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, soften the knee and then just let that leg slide across and over to the right. You'll immediately start to feel a difference in this side. It's much tighter, probably. So ease in, be able to breathe. If any part of the body is gripping here, let it relax. Feel the back of your body just melt down into the mat. Back of the head be heavy and grounded to release the neck. And just feel what you feel. Feel the intensity of the pose and then see if you can notice when that intensity starts to lessen. Maybe it's with the exhale. Maybe it's after a few breaths. Maybe it doesn't lessen, you're just super tight today. That's okay. Just take your time. Breath in, and then as you exhale, soften the knee, slowly bring the left foot back to center, take it out of the strap, hug the left knee in, and then the right foot comes down to the floor, left ankle crosses over the right leg. Pause here, maybe you're just pressing your left thigh away from you, either at the knee or at the thigh, trying to relax down through the back. Relaxing the hip flexor here and the hip joint in the front and the outside. And then as you start to draw your right knee into the chest, notice what you feel in the back of your hip and the seat. And then a shift of the legs over to the right. Draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. And then again, when you come into these poses, we put our body into a shape. You find the deepest expression of that shape and then just pause and check in. Close the eyes, see if there's any places in the body where you're holding tightness and tension, where you're not supposed to be right now. So maybe the face or the shoulders or around the chest, try to relax there. It's normal to feel tightness and tension in the hip because that's the part of the body we're focusing on. We're tapping into that tension and that tightness and then trying to soften. And just a little bit, we don't have to release everything all at once. Just a gradual letting go. Inhale deeply. And then as you exhale, we'll let the right foot come down, left foot comes down, feet are mat width apart, and then again, windshield wiper the legs left to right. Maybe you pause over at one side for a moment and just feel the right knee. If you're over to the left, the right knee is pulling away from the right hip gently. The right hip is gently reaching away from the right shoulder. And if you go to the other side, you'll just notice the same thing, just lengthening, opening up the low back here, opening up through the chest, through the front of the body, through the belly. And then we'll bring the legs back to center, hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll make our way up to sit. So you can either roll to one side and press yourself up, or you can rock front to back to bring yourself up. And then once you come to sit, it's going to take a few moments seated. So see how you feel sitting cross-legged. If you need a little extra support, feel free to sit up on something. And if sitting cross-legged is uncomfortable, you can always just bring the soles of your feet together. So we're going to take the strap and hold on about shoulder width apart. And then starting with the hands down, we're just going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And then exhale down. A little bit wider with the hands. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good. A little bit wider. Inhale, lift. Relax the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, lower. A little bit wider. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Okay, so you can keep your hands at that distance, or I have the loop here, so I like to put my thumbs in the loop. If you don't have a loop, you can just hold on, but you can see how that feels. We're gonna go up and over. So as you inhale, arms are going up. As you exhale, arms are reaching back behind you. If you need to bend the elbows, just bend the elbows a lot. Good. Inhale, come on back up, and exhale to the front. Good. 2 more times like that. Inhale up. Exhale back. Now you don't have to go all the way down. You can just come back, bend the elbows, shoulder blades together. Just see how that feels. And then inhale back up and exhale to the front. And we'll do one more time, just like that. Inhale up. Exhale back. Doesn't have to go all the way back. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Okay, we're going to move the strap out of the way. We're just going to get into the neck a little bit here. Inhale, full breath in. Reach the arms up overhead. Interlace your hands. Take your hands behind the head. Relax the shoulders. So pull them way down. As you breathe in, your head is just going to lean back into the hands. And then as you exhale, elbows hug in. Without grabbing the back of the head and yanking it down, you just want to let the head lean forward and down. Your hands are just gently supporting the back of the head. Inhale, reach the arms, the head back, lean into the hands. And then exhale, head goes forward, elbows hug in, tuck the chin into the chest. One more time like that. Inhale, lean back, and exhale, forward. We're going to come back up to the center, open up the elbows. You're going to take your right hand down to the floor, tented fingertips. You can lean a little bit over to the right. As you inhale, we're going to peel the left elbow back. And then as you exhale, we're going to go elbow to knee. Really round and stretch out the left side of your low back. Inhale, reach up. opening up the left arm. So the left upper arm reaching back, and then exhale, elbow to the knee. One more time, inhale, reach that left elbow back through the shoulder blade, good. And exhale, elbow to knee. We'll come back up to center, switch hands, right hand behind the head, left hand comes down. You can gently lean a little bit over to the left. Inhale, peel that shoulder back, and then exhale, elbow to the opposite knee. Really stretch the back. Should feel really good. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, elbow to knee. Good. We'll come back up to center. Release that right hand. Soles of the feet are going to come together in front of you. Let your hands slide down your legs towards your feet and then just roll down and forward. So you want to have a nice big diamond here. We don't want to try to bring the legs too far in. We don't want to have any strain in the hips. You can let your head just hang. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen through the back. Reaching the forehead down, letting the chest reach down. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Tailbone is reaching back. So a lot of length in the spine. Really open in the hips. And being able to breathe with ease, even if you feel like you're breathing more into the back of the body. And then let's slowly come on back up. And we're going to come on to hands and knees. If you need to put anything underneath your knees, feel free for a little extra support. Okay, so once we come on to hands and knees, wrists are under the shoulders or a little bit in front. Knees are underneath the hips. And we're going to take 3 breaths moving the spine with your breath here. So as you inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, soft elbows as you lift the chin. So not going too deep here. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, tops of the feet pressed down. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift the front of the body, and exhale, lift the back. Coming back to neutral spine, left foot is going to reach back, toes are down on the floor. Draw your belly in and up as you lift the left leg. As soon as you lift the left leg, the back wants to arch down. Try to pull it back up. Maybe the leg doesn't go as high. Right hand reaches forward. So in this pose, think a lot about drawing your belly in and up. That is going to strengthen your core in the front as well as supporting your spine. We want the muscles around the back to be strong. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. The right hand comes down. Left toes go straight down behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. Left hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. So pause here. Pull your belly button in towards your rib cage. So you kind of want to draw that in and up. If you want to lift your left leg, you can. You don't have to. And if you want to put your right ankle in front of your left ankle, you can, but again, you don't have to. So just feel what feels okay in this pose. Able to breathe. Shoulders are strong, chest is open, hips are lifted. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down, both knees come down, big toes touch, sink back to a child's pose. You can move your wrists around, you can let your hands come by your feet. We're just going to take 5 deep breaths here. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Completely relax. Two more breaths. Last one. Full breath in. And a full breath out. We're going to come back up onto hands and knees, but here we're going to step your left foot forward. So the left foot is coming up between your hands. If you need to put your hands on blocks, feel free if you have them. I'll show blocks. Or if you have a stack of books or something that you're using instead of blocks. So you can always put your hands on the blocks. We're going to curl the right toes under and lift the right knee. If you need to keep the right knee down, you can. Pause here with strong legs. Your feet are hip width apart, so your back is open. The low back is not being compressed at all. Your right hand is going to stay where it is. Left hand is going to come onto the hip. As you turn, your belly, rib cage, and chest to the left, but keeping your left knee over the left ankle, keeping your hip pulling in, you're going to reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Back leg is strong. So you're lifting up that back thigh if you can. If the knee needs to be down, let the knee be down. Let there be space between your shoulders and your ears. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's let that left hand come down. The right knee is going to drop down. Relax the right foot. Your hips are going to sink forward and down. If you notice that your left knee starts to move in front of your left ankle, then just scoot your left foot forward a little bit. But when your hips are as low and forward as you can, make sure the left knee is not passing the ankle. Lift the chest, peel the shoulders back and look forward. That's your inhale. And then as you exhale, just pull back with the hips, let the head drop. Good. Inhale, hips move forward and down, lift through the face and chin. Exhale, pull back, tuck the chin down, round the back. One more time like that. Inhale, drop the hips, lift through the chest. And exhale, pull back and round. Okay, from here, we're going to pull the left foot back so it's going to land right underneath the left knee. So you're in kind of like a proposal pose if you're going to propose. The hands are going to stay about a foot in front of your left foot. Curl the right toes under. We're going to come up onto that left leg. So the right foot is flexed. All 5 toes are down. We're standing strong on that left leg. You can stay right here. If you'd like to go further, the right hand stays where it is. Left hand comes on your left hip. Turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the left. Try to keep that back thigh lifted and then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Belly is in, back thigh is super strong, flexed back foot. Both shoulders are away from your ears. This is really good for the bones in your left standing leg and your right arm. Take one more full breath in, and then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right foot comes down, soft knees hang here. So your belly is on your thighs. The knees are bent. Hold on to opposite elbows and just hang. Really good to let the oxygenated blood from the heart pump directly to the brain. Just pause. Knees are bent. Belly is resting on your thighs. The weight of the head and the arms releasing your upper back. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, hands come down. Step your right foot back. Drop the knee. Left foot back. Drop the knee. Child's pose. Just going to take about 3 breaths here. You can roll left to right. Check in. And just see what you're feeling. See how you're feeling. And see where you're feeling. Let's come back up onto hands and knees. 3 breaths. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Coming back to the center, you're going to take your right foot, step it back, toes are down on the floor, belly pulls in and up, so a lot. And then lift your right leg. It might not lift high to keep the belly drawn in a lot if you can. Left hand is going to reach towards the front of the room. So try super hard here to feel all of the muscles in your torso pulling in. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your left foot to the left, roll to the arch of your right foot. We're going to reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. If you're staying here, open up through the chest. Shoulders are away from your ears. Belly button is pulling in up towards your rib cage. If you'd like to lift your right leg, you can. A nice flexed foot. And if you want to cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle, you can. So just building a lot of strength here. Shoulders are away from the ears. The neck is not holding tightness or tension. Belly is in. And your breath is flowing with ease. Even though we're in a pose that's not easy, try to keep the breath flowing. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, come on down to the knees. Hips sink back towards your heels, head drops. I like to take my hands behind me, especially when I was just weight bearing on my wrists, just to give the wrists a break. Relaxing the shoulders, letting the shoulders just slump forward. Let the forehead ground down into the floor to release the neck and the space between your shoulder blades. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. And then we're slowly going to make our way back up onto hands and knees, and we're going to step the right foot forward up between the hands. So again, using blocks if you want to here. Boy, it feels like summer again. It's hot. Okay, right knee is over the right ankle. We're going to curl the left toes under and lift. If you need to leave the knee down, you can. But if you can lift it, try to have a nice strong thigh here. So you're really lifting your left thigh. The right knee stays over the right ankle. The left hand is going to stay where it is. The right hand comes to your outer hip as you turn your belly, chest, and rib cage to the right, and then reach the right hand up towards the center, towards the ceiling. Hands reaching away from each other, shoulders coming together in the back, shoulder blades, but space between the shoulders and the neck. Try to pull your right hip in. Try to lift your left thigh. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, the right hand is going to come down, left knee drops down, top of the left foot relaxes. When your hips lower and sink down, right knee stays over the right ankle. Lift through the chest, pull the shoulders back, and then as you exhale, just pull the hips back, let the head drop, tuck the chin. Inhale, hips go forward, drop down, really getting deep into the left hip flexor. And then when you exhale, pull back, you're neutralizing out the right hip by bringing the right thigh back. One more time, inhale and exhale. From back here, you're going to pull your right foot back. It's going to land right underneath your right knee. You can keep your hands where they are. Curl the left toes under, push off so you're standing on your right leg. The back foot is flexed. You can stay right here, or left hand stays where it is, right hand on the outer hip. Start to turn, belly, chest, and face to the right as you lift your right hand up. Try to draw the belly in. Try to draw your left thigh up and your right inner thigh in. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Try to breathe with ease. Take one more breath in, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot comes down. Bent knees, belly on your thighs. Arms can just hang, or you can hold opposite elbows. Relax the neck. Knees are bent a lot, so no straight legs in a forward bend. Let your belly rest on the thighs. We'll take one more full breath in, and then as you exhale, step your right foot back, drop the knee, Left foot back, drop the knee, pivot both feet over to the right, come down onto your left hip, send the legs to the front, and make your way down onto your back. Once you come onto your back, just take a moment with the knees bent. Gently going to hug the knees into the chest, lifting your low back off the floor and then bring it back down. The knees will go wide. And then you can lift the feet and either hold on to your shins or ankles or outsides of your feet. Feel the shoulders pull down away from the ears. Feel your low back pressing down into the floor. Hips releasing any last bit of tightness or tension. Relax the face and neck. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's bring the feet down to the floor. So we're just going to end with a nice spinal twist. So your arms are going to reach away from each other. If you're not twisting deeply, all you're going to do is let your right leg open to the right and just keep your left where it is. This is good for you, Lori, because you're opening up without getting that twist. If you want to go a little deeper, you can just let your left leg fall on top over to the right. If this doesn't feel like it's going deep enough for you, then you can bring the legs back to center. You can cross your your left leg over your right. Let your hips move over to the left and then drop the legs over to the right. So you'll feel this deep twist if you're deep, coming all the way up the outside of your IT band here, around your hip, up to the low back, through the middle of your shoulder blades, and through the shoulders and chest. So you can decide how deep in the twist you want to be. You can turn your head over your left shoulder. So this is releasing a lot of tension in the low back. It's also really good for digestion and increasing the blood flow to the internal organs. So just take a moment here to breathe. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your belly down to bring the legs back to center. Uncross them if they're crossed, even out the hips. Gentlest twist, just let your left leg open to the left. A little bit deeper, right knee drops into the left. You want to go deeper than that, you can take your right thigh over the left thigh, hips scoot over to the right, legs drop over to the left. Right shoulder stays down. You can all turn your head over your right shoulder if you'd like. Breathing with ease. Allowing the nice rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. letting go of any last bit of tightness, tension, or stress. Just let that go. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Uncross them, even out the hips, hug the knees into the chest. And then when you're ready, let's find Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Using any props that you would like. You can put something under the head and neck. You can put something under the legs. So however you'd like to be supported, find that pose. And then once you're there, let your body completely relax. So you can start from the back of the head. Feeling the back of the head heavy and supported by the floor beneath you. Relaxing through the neck and shoulders. Feel grounded and supported in the back of the body that is touching the mat. Relax through the hips. Let go the arms and the legs, hands and feet. So remember that you are the narrator. You get to tell the story of your life. So think about what you're going to tell yourself today, what your thoughts are going to be about yourself today, and how those thoughts are going to make you feel, and then how those feelings are going to initiate positive actions. For example, if you're constantly beating yourself up and you're telling yourself that you're not doing a good job or you're not worth it, you're not going to feel good. You might even feel bad. You might feel kind of sick or tired. And then you might just not do anything on your to-do list, and you might just lay around and just do nothing. Or you can tell yourself that you're doing a fantastic job, that today is your day off, you deserve it, and you're going to do something really fun for yourself today, and that's going to make you feel really good, and then you probably will take action and do something really fun and good for yourself, even if it's just taking a walk or reading a book or going apple picking or just something super fun and productive, because you feel good, because you're thinking positive thoughts about yourself. It's all connected, just like we are all connected. We're here with each other, and we're here for each other. So slowly allow your breath to get a little bit deeper. You can begin to move your hands and feet. Since you're home, if you'd like to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, feel free. But if you're ready to transition out of Shavasana, we can move the body slowly and gently up to seated. And And then once you're seated, just take a moment to sit with your thoughts, sit with your feelings, sit with your practice. And let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other and honor yourself. Namaste.